I want to speak to the memory of my aunt, who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab.
One of the disgusting legacies after 9/11 has been the targeting and racism against Muslim Americans.
There is a lot of anger being generated and hatred being generated against Muslims.
That right there, the Islamophobia playbook, worshipped by leaders on the left for years, used to bully people into not having honest conversation, is not working anymore. I know that because for the last 24 hours, all we've heard from the left is warnings about Islamophobia. Our leaders must decide now. Will they protect us from jihad or will they protect us from Islamophobia? That's our Why It Matters memo tonight. Let's consider how many people have died worldwide or in the United States in the name of each. Since the 1980s, jihadis have murdered tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, in the name of Muhammad. The most recent examples are 2 Muslims slaughtering 15 people at a Hanukkah party in Australia, the ISIS attacks killing 2 American service members and a translator in Syria, plus a number of foiled attacks in Europe. And once again today, politicians on the left and Muslims use the Islamophobia slur to shut down honest conversation. Here, for example, is Mehdi Hassan.
As a Muslim, you do what's called the Muslim drill, as our friend Wajad Ali once coined it 10 years ago in the New York Times, where you think, please, please, please don't let the shooter be a Muslim, because we know what will happen then. We know that the Islamophobes will weaponize this incident to go after ordinary Muslims who had nothing to do with this. We know it will add to already increasing levels of Islamophobia.
That ordinary Muslims had nothing to do with this, that is in debate. Hassan wants you to believe Muslims are the real victims because cold-blooded murderers breed Islamophobia. A phobia is an irrational fear. The fear of Islam and of jihad is not irrational. It's certainly not anymore. Sadly, Hassan is one of the more reasonable voices on his side of the argument. His argument being afraid of Islamic terrorism only helps the terrorists. There's a reckoning now on whether radical Islam is the exception or the rule. Having this conversation for the last 24 years has been forbidden. Not anymore. Now we must ask if Islam is consistent with Western values. Look at these videos from Amsterdam to Milan to Birmingham, England. All of these marchers, predominantly men, are celebrating the attacks in Sydney. So are these what Hassan would have called the ordinary Muslims? The ones out celebrating the attacks in Sydney and calling for intifada in the wake of Sunday's massacre? Don't take my word for all of this. The people who have been warning the most fervently about Islamic terror and jihad becoming the norm in the West is people who know it the best. The leaders in the United Arab Emirates, for example. Here is their foreign minister warning the West 8 years ago.
There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of the lack of decision-making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do. And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance.
Should have listened then.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.